Hello, 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 hello. Hi everyone. Another bit of a cheeky extra stream for you guys. Diamond painting, continuing on with it. We're starting to get to a point where this one is almost done, which means that we can move on to next ones. I have a couple of small ones lined up, so those will be interesting to do, and there's a huge one as well that I've kind of like acquired. So yeah, lots of things on the horizon. If you're there, if you want to have a chat, just send me a message. I am here, just kind of like flip-flopping away. So yeah, if you want to have a chat, just have a chat with me. In the meantime, I will just carry on with putting some diamonds on this little painting of mine. If I can turn up the brightness a bit, try to kind of like fiddle around with the settings and everything to try and make them as good for you guys as possible. And that also for myself, because it looks like it's much brighter on the camera than it actually is for me. So yeah, see anything that is bothering you, just send me a message and I can see what I can actually do. But in the meantime, we are going to start with number ones, which are greens, and they are 15s. So, green 15s, lucky number. Taken the whole guard off today, so might be a bit sticky. Because that's how the whole thing is. A bit sticky. But yeah. We can see that quite nicely though, so that's good. Let me carry on. For me, the painting is like upside down today. But it's more easy for me to do it like this at the moment, because otherwise I kind of like have to reach all over the painting, which is not exactly comfortable. I think we're finally starting to get to a point where we don't have any Christmas food left either. It just feels good, man. Feels good. There we go. hello French. How are you doing today? I'm guessing it's Anna the Oreo Master. Sorry, it took me a while to actually figure out the name. But yeah, Oreos, yes. Have you tried the white chocolate ones? Yeah, they're amazing. the Oreos that are covered in white chocolate. That's the one that I mean. But yeah, they're just so good. Very sweet, but really good. I'm good, yes. Having a very lazy and very casual Sunday. Because of Christmas, there were quite a few videos that I had to like look over so I could upload them onto YouTube. But yeah, some of them were done. But yeah. This is kind of like my wind down time now. Because unfortunately, we had a bank holiday Monday in UK today. So we could still stay at home. Some of us at least. But yeah, back to work tomorrow, unfortunately. I mean, it's going to be like another nice short week, so that's good. But yeah, back to work. Oh, very good, very good. I'm guessing you're one of the lucky people who are still working then at the moment. Or studying? Chipper. Yeah, I haven't stopped throughout it all. Yeah, samesies. Samesies. Meanwhile, my other half has basically had a whole year off with paid holiday. So, yeah. In fairness, I feel like it has been what it has been, but just as we were kind of like discussing over Christmas as well, that the novelty of having the time off kind of like wears off after a while. So yeah. But hey, at least you're labeled an essential worker, so you are needed. So that's something, isn't it? Yeah, I'm a support worker for people with learning difficulties. I use diamond painting as a chill time. Oh, see, that makes so much sense. It actually does. But yeah, support worker as well. So that's quite a difficult role to be in. So yeah, I fully understand why you'd need some downtime. I mean, I suppose like every day is different, but I can definitely see how it can be a complicated job to be in, basically. I've done a bit of Actually, most days are the same routines. I suppose, like, that's, yeah, that's a good thing, in a way, isn't it? Because if it was a difficult day every day, then yeah, it would just wear you down, really, wouldn't it? So yeah, I'm glad to hear that. But yes, diamond painting. How long have you been doing diamond painting yourself? 4 years! Bloody hell, okay. Okay. Wow. No, I kind of get it. Because unfortunately this is my first one. But I am really enjoying it. Started it not too long ago, actually. But because December came along and there were some other things that I kind of had to sort out, I couldn't get into it straight away. And when I started with it, I was right about, like, you know, this might actually be okay for streaming. So yeah, kind of like time went away from me, to be honest. But I'm really glad that I'm in a place where I can actually do it again. There's a lovely diamond painting community on here. Ah, thank you very much for the follow. I have looked around a bit, yes, and it does seem like the couple of people who I've kind of like clicked on, they seem to be all very nice. So it's, I suppose it comes with the territory, really, doesn't it? Because if you're having this kind of hobby, then you'd have to be a lovely person. At least that's how I think about it. Because it takes a lot of patience to actually deal with it, so yeah. When I first talked to my other half about like starting this up, he thought that I was crazy. Because he had one look at it and went like, you're insane. Just getting dinner, but I'll be back. You're crazy. Ah, thank you. And I'll look forward to seeing you back. Thanks again for the follow. Really appreciate it. Just going to edit the timers a bit because otherwise they're just going to clog up everything. Okay, that should be a bit better. Yes, if you've just joined us, we are continuing on with the Lotus Diamond Painting. I kind of like doing it for a while now. This painting, I mean. It is my first painting, but I've been doing this particular one for a while. And I'm really, really enjoying it. Kind of like it's quite nice and hands-free time, to be honest. I can just kind of like look away, and if there's someone in the chat who wants to send me a message, I can just look up and chat with them as well. So yeah, quite a good time. Evening time, hobbies wise, this is definitely one that takes the cake as well. Because my first streams, my very first stream actually, was about like I do video games as well, and on there I do have a face cam, and you kind of like you always have that little thought at the back of your mind that you kind of like you need to look your best, so to say. Whereas like if I'm doing diamond painting, I don't really need to even have makeup on, which is great. I mean, yeah, it's not like I use a lot of makeup, but still, the makeup has to be taken off as well, so it's just, yeah. This is just way much more chill for me. Some of these beads are just a bit out of place. But yeah, once this one is done, I have a couple of others lined up as well. Because at the moment I'm trying to find diamond paintings that I can get quite easily and wouldn't break the bank, essentially. Because some of them are really, really friggin' expensive. I mean, they are worth it as well, because essentially like, the bigger ones you get, you get like a better resolution on them as well. So essentially if you go bigger, you get a bit better picture out of it at the end. But yeah, it can be quite expensive. So I've been kind of like trying to look around a bit to see if there are more affordable ones around, like still like large ones, but something that are in the more affordable range. And there were a couple that I grabbed off eBay actually, and they're not the greatest, because I think they did actually, like, I thought that they would be bigger than they actually were. But yeah, I suppose like once we actually start putting those together, we'll see. There is one that is like a winter wonderland kind of thing. And As it is on the picture at the moment, it does look like, it just looks like a blob, to be honest. But yeah, I'll still put it together because I got it, so why not? Why not? If anything, it'll just like show the difference. I mean, they weren't like super duper expensive, which is why I kind of like got them in the first place, to be honest. But yeah, the one, the big one that I have is just, yeah, I got it and I'm like, oh, no. There's a bit of, oh, I got it, I think. There was a bit of wax on there. If you've ever done this, you kind of like know the pain of if you accidentally like touch the dish in a wrong way and then the beads go all over the place. And especially bad is when they kind of like land in the sticky areas where they're not supposed to be. It's just like, that's like no moment, you know? I mean, you can get them off easily, but it's a bit annoying. But yeah, doing quite a good progress with this. I think my last stream on it was on the 26th. And then I got to about here-ish, I think. Because I was doing the green ones still, the green beans, the beads. And then I was like, but there's only like so much to kind of like finish off with the greens here. And I was like, I'll do it. And then I'm kind of happy that I didn't. Because it would have taken me absolute ages. But yeah, it's definitely, it's a very time-consuming hobby, but it's also really quite worth it, to be honest. Simply because you do see the progress after every single little dot that you put down. And when you get to a point where you've kind of like done this much, you kind of like get that moment of like, oh, I'm almost there, as well. So yeah, it's quite a pleasant hobby. Now, this pen that I have, it does have the other end as well, where you can technically pick up 3 at the same time, but I don't feel like it's precise enough, so that's why I haven't really used it that much. Because I feel like if I use the other side, then it just drops the beads onto the thing, and you can't really move them around that comfortably. So yeah, I suppose like it'll probably be like a thing of practice, really, won't it? I'll eventually get there. Because I've seen, like, I've looked around online as well, and I've seen that some pens even have, like, that you can pick up 10 at the same time, which just sounds insane to me. Because it feels like if you pick up 10 at the same time, they just kind of like, I feel like they would just pop down onto the painting, and then you would just be like, oh, that can go there and that can go there, instead of actually being able to be very precise with what you actually put down. But maybe that's just like me being a very super duper beginner thing. So as I say, probably will be like a matter of practice. So. Not so much to do with the greens. The way that I usually do it, I empty out the tray, and then I pick up the next color. But what I'm thinking is that this time I might just finish off the greens, because once the greens are done, I don't have to use them anymore. So at the moment, there's only like 3 colors that I have to fill in. The greens here, then the slightly darker blues here, and then the pluses, which are the black ones in the corner here. So yeah, it's not actually too bad. Good progress, especially for today as well. Because I definitely have days when I'm like, you know, slightly faster with putting them down, but today is just not that kind of a day. Just hold on, guys. I'll be back in a tick. Just give me 2 seconds, guys.
How did you delete it last time?
Okay, so this is probably the moment where my noobishness comes through really quite clearly. How to mod people on Twitch. I was able to remove messages like that myself. last time because I had the chat open on my phone. I just spazzed out. So okay. So okay. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, for some reason the bots have taken a liking to me.
Is it done?
Yeah.
Like time is out.
So, yeah, the diamond painting that diamond paintings that I got. Got 3 from eBay, and they're kind of like on the smaller side. There was one that had like a more Christmassy or like wintry theme on it. So I will kind of like put that together at some point. Probably like that'll be my first one maybe. After I've finished with this one. That's what I'm thinking. It wouldn't be really very timely if I left it for later on. I mean, I like to take time with things anyway. So I feel like if I would leave that for like springtime or something, then yeah, it might not be completely appropriate anymore, maybe. And then there was one with like dream catchers and wolves. And I did get the kitty one as well, so I'll be putting a kitty together at some point as well. And then I got one for Christmas, which is Doctor Who themed. I've been, yeah, kind of like, I haven't watched Doctor Who for such a long time. And I kind of like started watching it again on Netflix. And then my sad realization was that Doctor Who is going off Netflix, which is just like, no. But I managed to watch like all the David Tennant episodes, so that was good. Yeah, he's definitely my favorite Doctor. But even my little brother got me like a little statue, like what are they called? The pop television, little plastic things, plastic toys. So yeah, I have one with David Tennant, or like the 10th Doctor, and then my husband got me one for Classy Santa as well, which is from The Office, which is another great show. The American Office. I feel like I need to clarify there. I've seen the UK Office as well, and it was alright. But I feel like the US version is just quite a bit better. And I do like, we've probably binge watched it so many times. It's basically, the US Office is something that I put on when I actually go to sleep. Because I know it's so like front and back. That I just enjoy like listening to it when I go to sleep. It's definitely like, it has its cringe humor, and the first series I think was really quite difficult to watch, I'll be honest. But it got better from there. I feel like second series is basically where they started developing what they're actually about, if that makes sense. So yeah. It used to be like when I used to do night shifts, it used to be How I Met Your Mother. They used to basically put that on all the time when I needed like an extra couple of hours sleep during the day, so I'd be able to, you know, somehow function for the night shift. So yeah, night shifts are absolutely insane though. If you've ever had to do one, you know my pain. I suppose, like in a good way, bad way, I don't know. Night shifts, yeah, they take it out. Like they completely drain your energy, even if you work in a coffee shop. I just remember that when I was doing night shifts, it was basically just like prime zombie time, essentially. I mean, some people enjoy them, so. Hey Painted, I can't stay since I'm at work, but I want to pop in and say hi. And that Lotus is looking great. Keep it up. Thank you very much, Samurusi. Really kind of you to kind of pop in as well, especially when you're at work. Tut tut. But no, honestly, it's yeah, you're awesome. Thank you very much for popping in. don't even know if I'm actually pronouncing the name right, but you know, I'm foreign. That's my excuse for most things. Like, if I mispronounce something, I'm just like, I'm foreign. I suppose at the moment we're kind of like starting to reach that twilight time when both sides of the world are still awake, or like one side is still awake and the other side is starting to wake up. It's always really difficult with the time zones. Even like 2 hours can be quite a difference. Because Estonia, for example, is 2 hours behind UK, and when I was still living there, I had a friend who was from the UK, and yeah, even that was like, that was sometimes quite difficult. And then, you know, because you're kind of like, you're young and you're a bit dumb, you would stay up the whole night as well because your friends were still awake on the internet. In the internet, yes, quite a few times. To be honest, though, I wouldn't change it. If I could do it again, I would still do it again, because the friendships, like, none that ever have actually stuck around, or like a couple. I think it would be wrong to say that none. A couple who have kind of like stuck around. Yeah, those are the good ones. I always find it really difficult with the last one to try and like turn it the other way around. Now, are we finishing off the green one? Or are we doing something different? Are we doing comp 2 or... I suppose like... black ones aren't actually that far either, but... I think I'll just kind of like carry on with the greens. Because there's not too much of them left now. 50? Trying to find a good angle for myself as well to kind of fit together. Taken off the plastic cover for the stream completely because it's only kind of like covering the top anyway at this point. And it was just like more making noise than anything else, to be honest. But yeah, I was very sad to find out that Doctor Who is going off Netflix. I think it's still going to stay on BBC, but Netflix finally got that function. You know, like when you're watching something, and then if you've been watching it for a while, it kind of like goes like, "Are you still watching it? Really? Do you not have anything better to do with your life?" And it's just like, well, no, I really don't. Just let me binge watch my series in peace, okay? I don't need a TV program or like an app judging me for binge watching something, yeah. But yeah, that's basically been my life for the last couple of days. Just watching all of David Tennant. And then we did start with the 11th Doctor as well, which was Matt Smith. I mean, probably like from going to David Tennant, from David Tennant to Matt Smith, that was the kind of like the difficult part, really. But he's actually an okay Doctor. And same with Peter Capaldi as well. Like, he becomes an alright Doctor after a while. Not in the first episode, because I think the first episodes are still like episodes where they... Hello! Did you have a nice meal? I'm just babbling away to myself, so... Excellent. I'm guessing you're probably one of those people who has still some like Christmas leftovers as well. So I'm guessing it was something like still turkey sandwich or something like that. I know that in our case, because I usually go mad at Christmas because I love Christmas, and yeah, we usually get a lot of food as well. Way more than we actually need, but you know, it's one of those things that kind of goes with Christmas. You kind of like expect the food coma. I love Matt Smith as the Doctor. Nope, I had gammon. Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, my other half who really loves anything unhealthy, really. He went yesterday like, I'm really looking forward to having a tuna salad. So yeah, it's been, I think, when once you kind of like indulge for a while, you want something a bit more simple, you know, and something that maybe has a bit of healthiness to it even. But yeah, Matt Smith was a good doctor. I really did try to give the last Doctor a chance as well, because, as I was saying before as well, that the first episodes are really rarely the episodes where they're like, oh yes, this is where they're it. This is where they're the Doctor. So I always kind of like try to watch a couple of episodes, or like, you know, just keep on going with it basically, to see like how they are as characters. And I did try with the Lady Doctor, but it's just, they're basically trying too hard. I feel like they're putting too much political correctness into the series at the moment. And while, you know, they realized that the David Tennant was a good Doctor, like basically universally loved. They tried to kind of like hang on to that with the Lady Doctor, I feel, which is just like, you know, I couldn't watch Peter Capaldi and I can't watch Jodie. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Peter Capaldi kind of like, he did grow on me in a way. Especially like once he was like a couple of episodes into it. And I mean, Clara as the companion was just like, it was just a wonderful combination. Clara was like one of the best companions, I think. But yeah, Jodie is just, I think this is basically the first time when I haven't really watched Doctor Who properly ever since I moved over, which is, you know, it's really saying something. I mean, I kind of like every now and then I catch up with the series, but it used to be like, oh yes, Doctor Who. It's really not like that anymore. I'm not being sexist, but Doctor Who wasn't made for a woman to play, in my opinion. It's not so much even that. Like, fair enough, they put a woman actor in there. Absolutely fine, but it's just how they've done it, basically. That's what's bothering me. Because with the last series, they, again, like, it's basically the political correctness that they threw into it. And that's what's kind of like started a bit, like, essentially when someone goes like, oh, religion, and just kind of like stuffs it into your face, you're going to be like, nah, that's not going to work for me. You know, it's just like when something is thrown into your face way too forcefully, you're just going to not want to go along with it, if that makes any sense at all. Because in the last series they gave like there were 3 companions, weren't there? So when Jodie came along, there were 3 companions. So there was an older guy, there was the boy who was also like a different skin color. Not that that's a problem at all, but they gave him like a disability, and then they also brought in an Indian lady. And again, there's nothing wrong with any of that, but the fact that they kind of like stuffed all of them into one place at the same time, and then the storylines usually had like a bit of a like teaching moment to go on with as well. So it just that's not quite what Doctor Who is about, I think. Fair enough, you have like a teaching moment and like educational moment, that's absolutely fine. But if that's everything that the series is going to be about, then yeah, it's not quite what it was, basically. I don't know if I've explained myself very well, but because I do remember like there was Sassy Girl for you. Hello. Thank you very much for your follow. Appreciate it. There are a couple of songs on this playlist that take an absolute age to go on to the next one. There we go. But yeah, there was one Doctor Who episode which I did actually quite enjoy. But it wasn't for the reason why the show makers were trying to make you enjoy it, if that makes sense. Because for me, like the whole storyline was like, yes, there are like aliens and stuff is happening, but all that Doctor can do at that point is just be on the sidelines and sit on the sidelines and just like watch it unfold. So basically, she wouldn't have like any input in there. She would just be like as a viewer on the side, and I kind of like that mechanic in that episode. Hi, I also do diamond painting, and I have done them for over a year now. Excellent. Yeah, this is just my first one, so, but I mean, I started doing this particular one. I just kind of like sat down with it, and then I did like seven hours straight, and I was like, I think I'm enjoying it. Because next day as well, like, I want to do more of it, so yeah. And I think it was like another 7 hours. So yeah, definitely a really, really nice hobby to have. I mean, I do other things as well on this channel, because I like video games as well, but it's probably going to be like half and half at this point, because I've tried doing video games after work, and it does not work for me. Because I am tired. That's as simple as I can put it. Like, once I get home, and then especially if it's a day when I'm exercising as well, And then I have to kind of like boot up the stream and then like be all nice and happy and active. It's just like, nah. I'm doing like 12-hour shifts here. Nah. So yeah, I've decided that Wednesdays are going to be my diamond painting streams. And I quite like doing it just as is as well, so it's quite likely that I'll be doing it on other days as well, because technically I'm not like, you know, down to be streaming today, but I just felt like putting something together. So yeah, I was just like, well, why not? But yeah, I was really surprised to find out how like it's not a well-known hobby, basically, is it? Which is really quite sad, because it's actually really, really enjoyable. Do you have if whoever's watching, to be honest, or do you use like a particular diamond painting shop that you know that you're always going to get like good stuff from? I've seen a couple of them around, and like as I said earlier as well, I've purchased a couple from eBay, and there's one that I've found which I ordered the really big one from. But yeah, if you guys know of any others, then feel free to let me know about them. Hmm. Almost done with the greens. I might do the black ones first. Get them done. And then it's just the blue ones to go. It's going to be a lot of blue ones, but it's all fine. Couple more left with this with the green ones. Amazing. Love it. I love it. Once I've finished for today as well, I'll kind of like show what the whole thing looks like from afar. About 10 more, guys. And then we're done with the green. Almost there. And one last green to put in place. Zoom. Awesome. Now, this has actually been quite a bit of work today. And we're about 2 hours in as well. So, what I will do, I'll finish off the black crystals today. There we go, all of them went in. Yes. And just find the black ones. I'm just going to show you as well. So this is my little bowl. Pull it back for a bit. So this is my little bowl where I keep all the beads and stuff in. The bowl is actually like my mom made it last year, and it's one of three bears as she called them. But yeah, I'm kind of like just going to show you as well, like craft wise. It's the bowl how it looks. Made of clay, of course, but yeah, I love it. It's just like something of hers. Let's just move it down a bit closer again. Go. Yes. Finished with green ones. And now we have I'm going to put the black ones into place as well. And I'll call it a night here because that will probably put me about 3 hours. But yeah. Excellent progress. Very happy with it. So yeah, once the black ones are in place, I only have the blue ones to put down, which is great. Because that'll be my first ever diamond painting done. What I've decided as well once I've actually finished with it. I'm going to frame it, and it's going to be on the wall. Probably like on the background when I'm doing one of my other streams. But yeah, because I'm really happy with it. Sure, like, you know, a couple of years down the line, maybe not so much, because then I'll be like, oh, this is wrong and that is wrong, because I'll just know better. But yeah, it's my first one. This is kind of like, this is the one that shows where I'm actually coming from. And I think this is why I'm kind of like quite keen to put all these first videos and first streams onto YouTube as well, so I'd be able to look back on them like, you know, a couple of years from now, because I do plan to do it like long term. Whether, you know, it's actually going to be something big for me or not, I don't really care about that. But it's just like, you know, personal growth really, isn't it? Personal growth is always a good thing. These crystals have such a lovely sparkle to them as well. Posted a picture on Instagram today when it was a bit more artsy. If you want to see it, then I have the link on somewhere in the about section, so you can just check it out. But yeah, it's quite easy to be creative with this, like when you have this kind of a canvas to play with. Not that I really consider it the canvas for myself, because then again, like it does take some sort of skill, a steady hand, to be able to put them into the right place and like put them down precisely. But it's, or at least like with the round ones. I know that the square drills, so the beads themselves are called drills, that the square drills are supposed to be a bit more challenging. So I will definitely move on to those at some point as well. Because the round drills are considered to be easier for beginners. At the moment, I'm just kind of like trying out with them. But yeah, if you're around and feel like having a chat, just send me a little message. If you'd rather lurk, that's absolutely fine as well. Like, stuff can be like a bit too much effort at times, so that's, yeah, no one's judging you basically. Have to pour some more out. Please. Let's go. My hand is actually starting to cramp up a bit. Never had that before. I'll finish with this tiny little corner here, and then that'll be it for today anyway, so try and get that ticked up at least. Tomorrow is Tuesday, and it's a day back at work, which promised to be a bit hectic, so I might be on tomorrow evening as well with this, but I may not be, so it's either one of those, which it would have been anyway, but yeah, I'll see how I feel. I might just need something quite straightforward like this, but if I'm too tired, then I will be here on Wednesday in any case. Come on. Tiny bit in the corner to do. These little guys. Almost there. Probably don't actually need that many, but hey ho. Yeah, we're pretty much at 3 hours as well, so as I said. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Guys, we're actually finished with this for today. So, even more awesomely, we only have the one color to do, which is now choose here, which is, I think, this. So it's like a full big tub. So yeah, doing good, doing very good. So I'll just try and pull above so you can see the whole picture as it is. There we go. That's quite good height, at least. Be able to get maybe like going a bit higher. It's always a bit weird because this picture at the moment for me is like completely backwards as well. So yeah, look at that. Just look at that. Even more. It's a bit of a larger picture even. Oop! That was my team out there. can't do diamond painting without the teamwork, so. There. That's the light you can see popping in a bit. There. There we are. So, today what we did. A bit higher. So it was mainly at the top here that we did the work today. So, we did like all of this green here. And then we did the black bit here. So the only thing that we have left now is here in the middle, which is awesome. And I have to say, like, I'm trying to turn down the brightness on this thing a bit so you'll be able to see like the colors a bit more as well as they are. So yeah, that's how it looks like. Really pleased with it. So yeah, might be that I'm going to be on tomorrow to finish it off, and then we can start with a new one on Wednesday. Or I'll be too tired tomorrow, in which case I'll finish it off probably on Wednesday. Although this salon here is probably going to be like 2-3 hours work. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Either way, we are doing really good. And almost there with the first one. Our very first diamond painting. Quite amazing, really. So, yes. I'll be signing off here. Those of you who popped in to say hi and have a bit of a chat and conversation, and those who followed you, you're awesome. Thank you so much. At this point, we are actually 2 people away from 20 followers, which is just like, honestly, just unbelievable for me. So, yeah, thank you to everyone who came by today. I appreciate you all, and I hope to see you on Wednesday at the latest for the next diamond painting. Until then, take care and look after yourselves. See you soon. Bye.